Okay. Like I say, today my mood is not very good. I just lost a friend this morning, a good friend who pulled me out when I was down. So Susan, when I read your essay, it happens that my friend, we are talking about sympathy, empathy, and compassionate. Thank you, Yibo, can you all of you who are just came in, Muker, Ziting, Yibo, and Winnie, please kindly turn on your camera. And Zhonghen, you talk about this. Yibo, you read your these written compassionate, empathy, and sympathy was good. Zhonghen also good. Let me go through with some administration first. Wow, you might think that why I showing you this picture, right? So for the two new students, sorry, pardon me. These are the students. Hi, Yibo. I don't want to see the ceiling. Thank you. You know my rules, right? If I don't see, sorry, my dear. If I don't see your face, that means you will get student performance appraisal to be marked a bit down. All right. I'm very OCD. So you can see this guy, right? It's actually my set 2 boy. He went to collect my books and macarons. Okay, and then you see these two girls here also get my books and this hairband. And recently, oh my, this boy, look at it. He got a book as well as this little cute rabbit. Okay, so what do they get? Okay, to prove to you, if you all study history, investigations, and inference cost comparisons, reliability and usefulness skills, which I also teach history in my upper set. Now you can see this is proven to you. It was on the 21st of May. One more student came for $30. So some of them get $10, some of them get 20, some of them get 30, or some of them get waffle ice cream. This is how I reward my students. Okay. I think all of you know, right? Ziting and we need a rest. Susan, I'm not sure your mommy received the thing. So I urge you to go get some toys, but not books, not assessment book. You deserve the best to enjoy, have the wheel of time. So this is how Uncle rewards. As you know, this boy, his English was, I think, D7 or C6 and improved to B4. Okay, not giving awards that all students must get A1, must get 90 marks, 80 marks. No, all right? As long as you improve, as long as your handwriting improve, as long as you turn on your camera, you participate, you argue with me, you fight me, you punch me, you hit me, I don't care, as long as you win me. That is the purpose of my lesson. I think all of you know. And in this class, it's all about F. Think like a freak and be fantastic. So you can see all these students here, there are more to come. So you can see these are the students already claim their rewards and awards already, and they are going to enjoy the holidays. All right. So just to share, with, not because the two students just came in, I just want to share with you. Okay, now I'm going to share my AIMS. All right, this is how I'm doing. Okay, same thing. Susan, because of you, you are inspiring me. You know what happened, Susan? When I was in toilet, you know, right, I always in the toilet think of new ideas. Okay, 对吗? Nothing wrong, 怡宝，是吗? Nothing wrong. 有些人写歌在 toilet, 有些人写歌在哪里都好，对不对? So for me, you see, this is how I use my AIMS. Okay, for the two girls, what is aims? It's very important. In fact, yesterday my set 3 and 4 was struggling to write the aspiration, inspiration, and motivations. My elder son, Royden, okay, gave me the aspiration in having a strong desire to achieve something important in my life. So I got students don't know how to write. And thanks, Susan. Susan, do you know that these aims and the sympathy, empathy, and compassionate was shared with my upper secondary student? Seriously, well done. Seriously. If you don't go and get awards, I think you deserve more than $10 voucher, okay? You should know, right? Get more than that. So because of that, my elder son is now 27 years old. Okay, I was a young father at very young, about 26. So he gave me the aspirations to what I am today. My daughter, Caris, gave me the, okay, you see the word charis, it's actually from the word called charisma. Okay, if you look at the dictionary, it's called charisma. Charisma means leadership. Don't believe, you check the dictionary. So Caris gave me the inspiration in having the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something creative in my life. This is where she gave me the inspiration to continue my second master degree. So next year, I'm actually looking forward for my third master degree. Okay, so because the last year before I teach here, I supposed to go for my law degree, but my wife don't want me to go study. Very bad one. Okay, anyway, my younger son, Raydon, gave me the motivation in having a strong reason to act and accomplish something with reasons or reason for acting or behaving a particular way. So my younger son is always motivating me. He's just only a 10 years old boy. But sometimes you look at how I get to know Mr. Beast, how I get to know PewDiePie, how do I get the words called emotional damage? Okay, all this I think you all know, a very common, or super idol dancing here. So it's very motivating to create. I mean, seriously, sorry, sorry, which school are you from? Can you type? Can you just type? It's okay, you just type. You look very matured, no, girl? You look very matured. Oh my goodness, Ang Mo Kio, that was my school. Oh my goodness. 你要叫我师哥了，我要叫你师妹了。Seriously, I was a parent support group before that. My daughter was in Ang Mo Kio set also, right? Tell you, don't believe. Your principal is who? Mr. Shaw, right? Is it Mr. Shaw or change already? You know Madam Tong? I don't think you know Madam Tong, right? The vice principal retired already. Okay. So yeah, wow, so small world. By the way, I graduated in the 80s. Okay, I did not graduate a few years ago. Okay, so you are in good hands, in good school, right? Excuse me. Definitely. So my wife, I believe you are in Express, right? Unfang? Right, thank you. So just the last questions to ask both of you. Are you Singaporean or from other country? Can you type and send the answer to me? Okay. My wife give me the salvations, the act of savings or protecting from harm. If you do not know the word salvation, don't tell me Salvation Army. Okay. Oh, you're born in Singapore, huh? Okay. How about you, Miss Wong? Singaporean also?
Yes.
Are you Singaporean or from other country?
I'm Singaporean.
Thank you. Okay. So this is, I want some of you to do that. I think a few of them have not handed this homework. So please kindly do it. You can see I created just recently only, all right? Okay, I just want to go through all the homework first. Okay, this is when I just ended my tuition just now, and when I received a news from my good friends who passed on, I wrote this poem. So Susan, now you understand why poem is sometimes very different. So let me read to the class if I can. A brother so dearly in my mind, a brother so dearly in my heart, a brother who cares for me in his mind, a brother who supports me in his heart. It is indeed very sad and very hard for me. It is indeed very bad and difficult to depart our brotherhood. A man like you, I know for so long. A man like you is great and strong. The memories we have shared for so many years, now I come to think of it, and it brings me with all my tears. I was a lost sheep and a desperate man, but you brought me all the way to be a better man. Yes, indeed. He was like my big brothers. When I don't remember, was so deep down, like looking for commit suicides or even bad things, but thanks to this. So you see, children, learning a language is not necessary must get A1. Learning a language is all about emotionally. Learning a language, whether it's Chinese, Japanese, French, whatever it is, it's about communication. It's about making person to feel good. It's about how, when you use this emotion, you write a good essay. I love Shakespeare a lot. As you know, all the Shakespeare plays, I love it, except Romeo and Juliet, because it's a very tragic ending. I love to write poems because a poem, especially thanks to Susan and the rest of you who have write about poems for Mother's Day. This 1 week, we are going to be a bit relaxed. But nevertheless, in June, we're going to pull out our socks because we are going to prepare for the year-end exam. I'm telling you, if you're going to relax and start playing game, your life will be ruined by a lot of things because it's a very competitive world. So the next few weeks, actually, I'm preparing a lot of notes, mostly are for IP students. All right, so nothing to lose. You are supposed to learn more things because ultimately, Ruo Ling and Wenfeng, right? Wenfeng and Wenfang, sorry. Ultimately, both of you are not here to just pass to set 1, set 2. At the end of the day, my job is to make sure that you go to university. If you don't agree with me, both of you can log off and I refund you the money. I'm not here to prepare you for set 1. That is my vision and my visions and my objective to all my students. All right. So now going back to the next thing here, I would like to share. Susan. No, I don't want to use this one first. Wait. Is it this one? Wait now. You got two homework. I need to choose one first. Okay, this one. Susan, let's go.
The difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy means that we understand others from our own perspective, where empathy means that you put yourself in the other's shoes and understand why they may have these particular feelings. Empathy is like sharing a feeling with someone. With empathy, you understand how a person feels. For example, when your friend is upset, you try to understand what she is feeling to comfort her. There are three aspects to empathy.
Stop.
First,
Stop. Well read. Today your voice is excellent. Okay, I want you to stop there. I want to ask you Yipao, Winnie, and Ziting, okay, or Jiarong, or Hao Xuan and Zhonghen. Okay, the two girls, hold on. How do you feel when I broke the news to you that Uncle Raymond has just lost a friend? Do you sympathize me or empathize me? Yipao. I can't hear you, my dear.
Empathize.
Empathize. Oh, sorry, Muka, you did not turn on your camera. I can't see you. Muka, please turn on your camera. Okay, Winnie, do you sympathize or empathize me? I can't hear you, Winnie. Can you answer me?
What?
Do you sympathize or empathize me when I broke the news that my good friend buddy passed away this morning?
I think sympathize.
Thank you. Ziting ne?
Empathy.
Thank you. Jiarong ne? I can't hear you. Hao Xuan?
Sympathize.
Sympathize. Zhonghen?
Sympathize.
Okay, Susan, what do you think? Sympathize me or empathize?
sympathize.
Now you know why I stopped there for your three answer. So girls, okay, the two new students, it's not I don't want to call your name, the two new students, you should know, whatever I teach, I always want to relate to real life. It's no point you can write beautiful essay, got A1 for your academic, but at the end of the day, in real life, how do you use these three words? That's very important. Okay, right? So whatever you teach in the teacher teach in school is just okay, do it. But no, but there's some good teachers who sometimes will share with you the real life experience. So to me, I think if someone was having the same problems, I will more empathize because in my whole life, I lost a lot of people through death. So if you say sympathize, it's also nothing wrong. You say empathize, also nothing wrong. So is there any difference with that now? Ladies and gentlemen, Susan, the first one.
Am I supposed to read?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
For example, when your friend is upset, you try to understand.
Yeah, this one. This one finished already.
The first one is perspective taking, an attempt to take on the viewpoint of another person. The second is emotional. This helps us get closer to experiencing others' feelings. The third one is concern for the welfare of the other person, which means you already have affection for the person. My best friend failed in tests, but she studied very hard for it and put in a lot of effort in it. She was devastated. I did score well for it, but since there was once when I failed too, despite working so hard for it, I know what is the feeling of failure is like. So I said that I was sorry. And as I know how hard she studied and how disappointed she must feel, that is how I will show my empathy to my friends whenever I console or talk to them.
Sorry, typing error. Okay, So from the 3 points, children, now you tell me whether you show empathy towards me. Okay, so the word empathy has a leader is don't show sympathy, you empathy. You feel it in terms of your heart and soul. You feel it because you want to get closer to that person's a warm hearted. So for example, touch wood, if any of your friends, you're still young, I've been doing discipline and counseling. I've seen a lot of cases. One of the friends, the parents divorced. One of the friends, the parents passed away. One of the friends, the parents ran away. So sometimes my student come to me, Mr. Shong, how do I sympathize my good friend? How do I show concern to my good friends? I asked that student, do you feel for him or for her? What is the first thing when he told you about it, when he broke the news to you? Well, I feel very sad and feel very bad for her, Lord. I think it's really very bad for her to go through these very difficult times. Therefore, thank you so much, Susan, that you break into 3 different categories, right? So as a leader, you are the leader. All of you here, the 10 of you are the leader. And leader stand for what? Lead everyone and don't expect return. That is the word leader. With the SHIP, S-H-I-P, show how I perform. That's all about leadership. Leadership must have a good and positive attitude. You know it's called ABC. Attitude, behavior, characters, and most important, leadership develop the discipline. Excuse me, today you can read Susan's this essay here or this week because she is disciplined enough to sit down, the right attitude to make sure that I want to develop this. And thanks to you, because you break it down, I came up with formats and did and benefit to other students. So Susan, the rest of you, it's not every time I teach you, no. Okay, Rolling, we find you also can teach Uncle Raymond. Seriously, it's not one-way traffic. This is not the word like what your parents or your grandparents and my generation. Shut up, sit there, teacher talk. No, this is not the era. The era is two-way traffic. Okay, carry on. Susan.
Give me a moment. Sympathy has less emotion than empathy. Sympathy must most likely says that I understand how you feel and show compassion towards you. Sympathy is defined as the act of or capacity of feeling badly for another person who has encountered a bad situation or how to read that word?
Do it. Don't try. Do it, girl. I have faith in you. Come on.
Circumstance.
Circumstances.
Oh, circumstance. There was a car accident
stop.
where.
Stop. I want to score some of your classmates. Jiarong, just now you say sympathy towards me, right? 你真的没有良心。你看 you see what the sympathy? Yeah, uncle, I feel bad for you 啦。哎呀 ，OK 啦，你的朋友死掉 ，OK, I feel bad. OK, bye bye. At least 你给我一张 tissue paper 对吗？我哭到这么惨，然后怡宝，你 also sympathize me, right? 只会在那边吃东西，也不会拿东西给我吃，真是的。Okay, exactly, children. This is where, seriously, then the 2 new students ask me, Uncle Raymond, you tell me all this for what? Okay, I sympathize you and empathize you, so big deal. No. What if you are talking about a comprehension passage? No, I'm just kidding, Jiarong, okay? Relax. So, guys, this is where the comprehension passage come in, whether friction or non-frictions. If you cannot show the emotional what the writer went through, all right, the writer say, my dad has kicked the bucket, okay? What is kick the bucket? 就是死掉, right? So how do you feel? When he say that, does he have the emotion? I'm glad that my father has kicked the bucket. Huh? Now you learn curse 自己的爸爸死掉. Maybe before the few paragraph, the father has been torturing him, has been abusing him, and finally he has get away from this monstrous father. And later part when he show that he was not my biological father. Oh, no wonder. 明白吗? So 你要体会到 你要好像那个针刺到你的肉. This is where you feel the mood, you feel the sensational feelings. Seriously, I'm not sure anyone here are in the drama class. So when I was in drama and was teaching drama, you must feel as if very emotional. You have to bring out, of all the people I like to see, I think it's Zhou Xingshi. I think you all know who is Zhou Xingshi, right? You know who is Zhou Xingshi? Oh my goodness, different generation. Okay, never mind. So you know that the way he's acting, you have to bring up. So when you're reading a comprehension passage, you have to know, oh, this shows the sympathy, the empathy, the compassion. This shows that he's very angry with his father. Which adjective, which word describe, which phrase describe, which fish spot describe him. I think you all know what is fish spot, right, Hao Jen? What is fish spot? Forgot already. Zhonghan, Muka, are you there? Please turn on your camera. At least you show me a thumbs up or whether you're there or not. All right, please. Can someone send, Iba, can you send a message to Muka and ask her to turn on the camera? Thank you, Iba. So now you understand, I give you excellent, Susan. Okay, Susan, I give you this excellent. That is why I say it's just only feel for it, but it's not into the details of it. Now you understand? So when you're using the word itself, very careful. I feel sympathetic for you. Oh, then people will know. If they know that kind of word, sympathy, empathy, and compassion, or feel bad, or I feel for you, I know I'm in your shoe, then there's different words, different things. There's different meanings. Okay? So for example, Ronnie, if you say, Uncle Raymond, please come to my birthday party. If I say, I try to come lah. Okay? So Wunfan, right? Sorry, Wunfan, right? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Wunfeng. Wunfeng. So he said, Wunfeng said, Uncle Raymond, please come to my birthday. He said, oh, sure, Wunfeng. If I do not have anything on, I do not have late meetings, I will definitely come to your birthday party. By hook or by crook. 风雨无阻. So 若你就真是的，我的 birthday 你就 try， 文峰的 birthday 你就风雨无阻，你真是偏心的 bias， 不跟你好了，拜拜。Now you understand? You see, the choice of word is very important. Trust me. You don't try to love your parents because you try, you will cry, everything will dry. Do your best with all the zest, beat the test to win the rest from east to west to top of the crest. Give the best. So thank you. When I'm reading this, I feel it. Okay, as a literature person, as a humanities and language person, you must feel it. Rolling 1 + 1就是2嘛，对吗？文芳 2 × 2就是 4， 对不对？难道2 × 4 is 4？ 1 + 1 2。So boring. Unless your parents give you pocket money $2, then you're angry, right? But words itself can make people cry. I even show you one of the poem, one of the essay. Every time I read, I will sure cry. Okay, confirm cry. And my student, at least the whole class, sure got people cry. I've been reading this for 10 over years, sure cry. And this girl has been 20 plus. I still haven't contacted her. Okay, right. So carry on, my dear. There was a car accident.
There was a car accident where many innocent lives were killed and many were injured. Many people felt sympathetic for them, so many of us would say that I am sorry that this happened. But again, the problem is not ours. Sympathy can only be felt for someone you like or feel sorry for. It is impossible to feel sympathetic for a person you dislike.
Precisely. Girl, it depends also. That's why it depends. Thank you, Muka, for turning on the camera. Now it's your Winnie turn. You never turn on the camera. Thank you, Ipa, for helping out. It's exactly. Seriously. Yeah, I feel for you. You watch any K-drama. Recently, my wife and I watched this China drama called 真相. Okay? To me, it's like I can predict the story. The 真相, the mother was kind of accidentally killed the son, that kind of 真相, that's the drama. But the thing is, when the police officer was breaking the code and the storyline, he can feel sympathy in certain way, but empathy in another way. Sympathy because he feel for the person who has lost a father. He feel empathy because she lost her father during a mission that the father was killed by the bad guys. So you get what I mean? And feel compassionate later on when the lady say, 是我自己亲手杀死我的儿子. So you feel compassionate. Now I know, oh, poor mother. 为了保护儿子，反而是爱变成恨，恨变成伤害. So you realize this. These are all the words that really, when you if you want to study law, which was my dream, do you know, I'm not sure now, in England, they got this 1 year we need. They have to teach you how to eat with your forks and spoon. Zhonghen, eating forks and spoon. So you must know this teaspoon is for what, this spoon is for what. They call table ethics. 不要摇头，因为你连吃饭的那种the techniques and attitude 你都做不好，你怎么做一个律师？ True or not? Right? 所谓上梁不正下梁歪 you have to seriously, children, that is life. Okay? Carry on.
Well, empathy and sympathy are two closely related concepts. I believe that the slight difference between them can be found.
You always like that one, no? 你每次要 part 2 哈 you always like that 要 part 2 哈 season 2 season 3哈，但每次要第1集、第2集、第3集，每次这样嘞，给我拭目以待是吗 ？Right here waiting for you 啊 ，Oceans apart. No, seriously. So 你以后啊 ，Susan 有2个儿子，妈咪，我要买 toys， 这个 toy 好还是这个 toy 好？你会跟你儿子讲，你说呢？那你儿子鸡蛋糕，如果知道就会问你了咯。You get idea? So if they ask you, Mommy, toys A better or toys B better? Then you say, what do you think? That's why, Mommy, I don't know. I ask you, no. I already have the answer. But what do you think? Should I buy toys A, which is for the needs of one? Or should I buy toy B, is for your academic study? Oh, Mommy, I see. I want both. Is it possible? Then why do you think you need both? So use the so, then how. 明白吗? So how different can be found? Well, to me, empathy is a process to feel, the process which is right, step 1, step 2, or 3 different factors. While sympathy is the feeling to feel. Different, huh? Empathy is thanks to you, I came up this, 灵机一动, Susan. Thanks to your this essay, it came out well. I'm going to share with my set 4 student. Well, to me, empathy is the process to feel. So you go through, 我跟你讲，我要跟我老公离婚。哦 ，OK, step 1， 为什么你要跟老公离？因为我老公喜欢的孩子。Oh my God, it's not right, Okay, step 2, you get me now? Example. So for example, your friend now mid-year exam. So Susan said, Susan, my result no good. Oh, why no good? I got 89 upon 100. Excuse me, 89 upon 100? Yeah, very bad. Then you don't empathize him already. You sympathize, right? Rolling, 对吗？ Rolling, how many marks you got? I got 80. Oh, I sympathize you. 你讲鸡蛋 bye bye. I don't want to say so. Get the idea now? This is where agree or not agree. We are talking about argumentative. Susan, you are in IP, right? So you know, right? In IP, there's one part, thanks to you, called reflections. Later, I'll show you what I meant, all right? So you need to know, okay, we compare of this, how? Susan, your 2 sons is from RI, Raffles, and they were going to talk with HAMALA, higher ability, medium ability, or lower ability. Of course, you want your children to be higher ability. Therefore, as a leader, you must show the empathy, not the sympathy. 明白吗? It's not about the budget that, my dear 2 children, mommy cannot buy. But mommy, you cannot buy, but how come you recently buy a BMW? Then you tell him, oh, because BMW stands for Mommy is very beautiful and mature woman. That is called BMW. All right? Okay, so let's move on to the next story. Susan, let's go.
Upon hearing the car crash, we had great sympathy for the victims and at the same time sorry for the children as their parents had passed away and they had no one else to take care of them.
So, exactly the same, Susan. Yesterday, I went for my tuitions. I did not drive, so I took an MRT. On my way, I came home. I was standing. I saw a father, a young father, maybe about 30 plus, holding a child, which is, I think, 1 plus, standing. And then when I see all the seats are taken by all those, not auntie, uncle, which is like around 30, 40, and most of them are very fit. I think they just finished their gym. And then some of them pretend to sleep. I feel very sympathy for the father because He is holding and he's very tired. It's a long journey. So I was looking at him. So I was like, do you need a seat? The moment if he say yes, I was about to say, excuse me, can anyone give up the seat for this father? I was prepared to say that, you know. But I was so hesitating until I went down and together we alighted the same station. When he was sitting there, I looked at him, I said, do you need any more help? You know why? The moment he sit down, I can see he was so tired carrying the son. I don't know where's the wife, maybe what the wife is working. So he's sitting there like relaxing, oh my goodness. So I feel very sympathetic for him because I'm also a father, okay? And when I was a father, that time when I was taking an MRT trains with my son, nobody also gave out a seat. And when my wife was pregnant, nobody gave out the seat. Hey, come on, man. We are talking about gracious Singapore, gracious society. But most of you in Sec 3 will have to study this topic, social study, diversity, gracious society. I was like shocked, no? So I went home, I told my wife, next time if I see this kind of incident, I'll do this. Excuse me, sir, do you need a seat? I will talk like this, that loud. You know my younger son, daddy, why must you shout? So that I alert the people to show it's very sympathetic. Now you understand? Thanks to your number one. Number two, empathy. Susan?
Sally had gotten 70 out of 100 for her exam and she was disappointed. She had revised all week for a math test, but she still could not get the grades she likes. Tears streamed down her cheeks. I could only comfort her and empathize with her in that situation.
I know how you feel, Susan, when you write this, when you wrote this. I can feel that you sometimes study until so hard that the question did not come out. Even the question come out, suddenly I don't know, out of the blue, don't know what the hell. You got the marks that is not expected. Then when your friend tell you, oh, I'm very confident or very humble pie, say, maybe I can pass, but not so good. But suddenly come out, all along he has always the top notch in the class, and suddenly the marks went down. 我同情你，我也是可怜你，我也是感受到你的痛。This is empathize, the stages, the process of feeling. Please don't show any more sympathy. The worst is enough of sympathy. Oh, poor thing, oh. I think some of you saw my slide, right, about the children, right? Very poor children. Did I show you how Shen? Jia Rong, 有没有？中恒有哦。Those children very poor thing, right? Got no food, then the child got no money to buy coffee for the daddy, right? So you see, it's enough of sympathy. Show more empathy. A leader is about empathy, right? So thank you. Next one, please.
Compassion. As the old woman entered the MRT station, her heart sank. There was no seat for her, and she was carrying heavy bags of groceries. Standing on that train was no easy task. Sally saw that and stood up, gesturing the old woman to sit. Sally had the compassion to help people who are in need.
This is true. Not necessarily must people die, they show compassion. Compassion is you feel the person. Now it's not empathy already. Nothing to show empathy, is compassion. To show compassion, okay, I feel for her. I think we should give out the seat. It's not about empathy that much. Yeah, you can show empathy for that old lady. Definitely not sympathy, yeah? Don't you understand? Whatever Susan written, it's not just for the sake of getting A1 here. I'm using it in the real life. It will not do justice to you if I don't do this in real life, because you are moving to real life. I've been working for 18 years outside before I become a teacher, and now I've also become a teacher. So in the real world, sorry, not everyone like your parents will protect you from all angles. When you go out, people can tell you, you graduate from Harvard. You mean this type of simple thing you don't know how to do, man? Then you 读大学都来做什么? You write to your face. So you graduate from Oxford. So this type of thing you can't even type and write. Then I pay you 10,000 a month for what? Then myself I pay a O-level clerk will do. Your boss will tell you like that, right to your face, in front of all your staff. Welcome to the very cruel, very disgusting, and very real world. That's why your parents say, 好好读书. Not enough. 好好读书，好好做人。做人要有一个人字。你know 人那个二怎么写啊？1、2、3、4那个2啊，人啊，仁慈的人啊，你懂吗 ，Winnie？ 你懂吗？木哥，你懂什么人哦？你可以帮我写下来给大家看吗？人心那个人，一个1、2、3、4的2，谢谢你，木哥。Write in Chinese for the class, please. Thank you. Last but not least, Suzanne, leadership, please. Thank you, 中恒，就是这个人字。
Leadership.
Sorry 啊 ，sorry。为什么用这个人呢？为什么用一二呢？为什么不要用那个其他的人字吗？你没有想到吗？子听。Any idea？ 一宝、中恒、浩璇、若琳、文峰、Susan、中恒。Since you wrote this word, like why this word 啊？因为上面跟下面要平衡，要有两个人。So when you do you see 啊，这个人这是二对吗 ？To me, I interpret is that you need to have communications. You need to talk to people. You need to negotiate and interact. So I always come out this word. So communicate stands for come on, mouth. You and I can always talk effectively. That is the word communicate. One more time. Come on, mouth. 嘴巴跟嘴巴. You and I can always talk effectively. That's the word communicate. But you put the miscommunicate means you miss out everything. So 这个人字 that means you need people to 沟通, you need people to understand, you need people to negotiate, you need people to talk. So 华文字很有意思的. Every word has a meaning. This is our forefather, right? It's same thing like the idioms. Back to you, Susan. Leadership.
Leadership is the act of guiding team or individual to achieve a certain goal through their direction and motivation. Leaders encourage others to take the actions they need to succeed. A great leader must have great patience to hear everyone's suggestions and improve on your own ideas. Also, being a leader means that you must be humble and not proud of oneself. Having a show of modest when praised, never disrespect anyone as respect goes both ways.
Thank you. I like the last part. Respect goes both ways. That's why 有那个人字在中横写那个字。ATA stand for I absolutely, totally agree for what you say. This is something like those of you are in the IPs here, you should know that when you are doing a debate, when you're doing a reflection, when you do an argumentative essay, expository essay, okay, good luck to you. After June, I told you before last week already, your amount of work is going to pile up. Okay, I'm going to get in some IP essay for you all to read, as well as some New York Times news to read. It's going to be very, very tough. 所谓先苦后甜. This is a very simple term. Okay. Right. Thank you. I will give you a well done, well said, well written, well structured, and I give you a smiley face. Thank you, Susan. Now let's go back to the very good. Serious. I really enjoy reading. Because of that, I told you I create something. Wait, let me choose whose I have not get. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Hello. Hey, don't pretend to laugh here and smile here. Come on, read up, please.
Leadership means that it's an ability to guide your group members. It also means that you help your group members in direction and possess a clear vision towards their goals.
So when you're writing this, never mind, you finish this one, the blue one first.
I know that being a leader is sometimes hard to be a good one because of some of your group members not cooperating and not having a good communication with one another. But you still have to do your best on giving the best of the work that the group is assigned with and submit it on time. If you ever become a leader or already have been chosen as the leader, just do your best on your work and the group.
Sir, the way you write got no full stop, no full stop one. No. It's just like continue the bullet train, Japanese bullet train. Japanese sir. Cannot like that, my dear. You need to full stop. Remember 1, 2, 1, 5, 12 to 15 words per sentence, right? Because if you're going to do that, the Cambridge is going to mark you down, my dear, right? Remember, but it's good. Finally, you start to break your brain cell and think all these things. I tell you what, Iba, when you're reading this, you remind me about you telling me some of your friends who are doing HI investigations or geography investigation, they are freeloader. They don't want to do work. Everything Iba, right? I think some of you like that. Yeah, Lord, Mr. Sean, this boy never do. Every time play handphone. When we have meeting, they flirt with this boyfriend, flirt with this girlfriend, then play game, play Dota, play don't know Minecraft, never do homework. Never mind, I told him, good. Let them play. You siao, uncle. Sorry, you siao, Mr. Sean. You see, in real life, when you go out to work, people will give you tons of work to do. I used to be like that when I was working. I learned everything. I learned to design web, do design, teaching, everything. But at the end of the day, I learned everything. Yeah, it's going to be very tough, children. These are the bullies. These are the people who take freeloaders. Never mind. At the end of the day, he or she suffer. Recently, I got this Sec3 girl. Okay, he told me he got 27 out of 30 for social studies. Well done. But Uncle Raymond, 全部都是我做的。这样你那些朋友呢？当他 exam 的时候，他跟我讲，哦 I learned this. How you know? Oh, because all the work I done, so I know when the exam came out, the test came out, these are the answer. Oh, what about those students? Oh, they never help, that's why they fail. Sorry, very cunning. 人做天在看。So 宝贝 if you have these things, don't laugh. I have IP student Susan and Siting and the rest of you. I got students who tell me this, and some even cut themselves and very sad, so stressed. I say, oh, I cannot take it. My friends. So Yipa, when you're writing this, you mesmerize my past students where all these problems. How are you going to do it? You know, I'm linking the story now, Ruoling and Wenfang. There you go.
What does attitude mean to you and your surrounding people, including your family and loved ones? Attitude means having a good behavior of yourself and showing a positive manner when you're talking to your surrounding people. There is an attitude that you must show that you respect your elders or someone that is older than you yourself. There should be more respect when you talk.
There should be more good respect. You miss the word good.
Oh, more good respect when you are talking to your family and your loved ones. Always remember to give your family and your loved ones more attention and respect than you give your friends. This is also mean that you also need to show attitude to your friends.
Do you know? Thank you. Do you know when he was reading this? Do you know there's this ingredient in you? Why sometimes when you do this project, your friend is playing you off, bullying you, or do not help you? Because you are respecting them in terms you don't want to argue with them, you don't want to quarrel with them, you keep to yourself. But at the same time, you know that if I don't do, my parents scold me because you love your parents. You know that I know this is very stressed. Oh my goodness, I got other homework to do and I got tuition, I got tests coming out and you guys not helping me. Okay, so end up you are the leaders of everything. Very stressed at your age. But think about it, your parents' age also very stressed to bring food and money and everything on the table for you. Who is more stressed? You just focus on your study. Your parents have to focus a lot of things. And some of you during COVID, your parents can't even go to China, can't go to Malaysia, go to even a few blocks away to see their parents. So they are more stressed. But because you know that this is your responsibility, your duty, your task, you therefore have to need it, to do it. Wait, Uncle Raymond, you tell me all these things for what? For a purpose. So when you're reading a comprehension passage or essay, if you are able to write these passions inside and read with passions in every paragraph you're reading and bring up the essence of it, you are A1. Seriously, Rolling, right? Rolling, 2 times 2? What is the answer for 4, right? Wow, clever girl. Feng, 4 minus 1? 3, right? So clever. So I think the 2 girls, Uncle Raymond, don't be so sarcastic. If I'm Sec1, I don't know what is 4 minus 1 or 2 times 2, I'm something wrong. Exactly. Maths and science. Science is very straightforward. The sun comes out from the east, set in the west. What is photosynthesis? What is acid, alkaline? Correct or not? But language, I can be very different, no? Rolling, you're very good in telling lies, huh? Oh, really? Yeah. So I continue to tell more lies. Thank you, Uncle Raymond. Get the joke now? The good become bad, right? So Yipao, you very bad one, never come and see Uncle Raymond for so long. So okay, I've been very bad. I don't come and see you. Bye-bye. In another words, like 嘉荣，就是那个讨厌怡宝，你很久没来看我，真是的讨厌。So you get the idea now? Do you get my idea? Don't be a typical Singaporean student. Be an international student and international leader. The tone. What is the purpose? When I say, 若琳, you're good in telling lies. So I'm being sarcastic, 对吗? Right? And what's the purpose? Hey, hello, better wake up your idea. Better be honest. So you see, this will affect in your comprehension and in the real working life. 话中有话，明白吗? Okay? Next one. My dear, 怡宝.
Sympathy, which involves understanding from your own perspective on what you may see and maybe what others may see too.
That's all. Then where is empathy? Hello, brother.
Below.
没有了嘞。
没有啦。
没有啦。哦，有 part 2啊。你以为我在看连续剧啊？Okay, it's okay, my dear. Thank you. No, not sarcastic. You say Ruo Ling and Wen Feng, I'm not sarcastic. This is how I communicate with my students. Okay, thanks, bro. You finish out. Now, next. Zhonghen, your turn. Wait, I'm looking for Zhonghen's. Where are you? Okay, Zhonghen. Let's go.
I think the first sentence, I think I write wrongly.
I don't care you write wrongly, write correctly, write strongly, write this. Just read. Excuse me, Zhonghen. Can you please take away your concept in school? You anyhow write, Okay, stand outside the classroom now. Go and do correction. No, please. Hey, hello. Just read. Come on.
Okay. His sympathy only made matters worse, and she
Hiccup what?
I don't know. I think I spelled the spelling wrong.
No, it's not spelling. 整个句子没有那个 continuous. The train of thought is not there. His sympathy only made matters worse. As she was not happy with what she said, therefore she hiccuped on the whole situation. Something like that. Okay, carry on.
His fierceness took her breath away. The dark circles beneath his eyes drew her sympathy.
This is a very common kind of sentences you will find in the IP or even the IB or even the higher levels of English. I don't know where you copy from or you think of somewhere. It's good, but you miss out the last few parts. Drew her sympathy towards the whole entire situation that she's in. So this is like, to me, I'm visualizing, my dear, that this is a place or a room or a house or being prisoned by someone or during World War II. You get me now? Just like we all know, Japanese kill a lot of Chinese. In your history textbook, they'll tell you the Shokchin. Shokchin means the mass killing of all the Chinese. The worst one is the Nanjing Datusa. Okay, and then of course, later they will get this Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing of the atomic bomb. So are we showing sympathy or empathy? To the Chinese, when they heard the Japanese got Hiroshima and Nagasaki bomb, do they show sympathy or empathy? Or the sympathy, yes, they feel it because not all the Japanese pro-wars. Most of them are anti-war. Who will hell want to send their son, their husband, their uncle to go for war and kill for no reason? Because of always the two top clown on top, which is the leader. Like, you know, the Ukraine and Russian war. It's Vladimir Putin and the other guys. Same thing at North Korea. So same thing, I always use this word, 善良不正下梁歪，近朱者赤，近墨者黑. See, if the Chinese is so things, what about the English? Same thing when you write this, Zhonghen, you can say a friend in need is a friend indeed. All that is glitters are not gold, which later I'll talk about it on the Proverbs, all right? Next one, my dear.
As a student counselor, he did not have empathy for the characters.
Very bad, this person, So what are you going to write about it? You must continue from there, okay? For what characters? What characters are we talking about? 明白吗? The bad attitude or good attitude, I don't know what you're going to write. It's like what Susan had written. You must continue from there. So it's not one sentence. Yes, you make it 12 to 15 words, but you did not write the whole entire mini paragraph to bring the what you call the AIMS, the atmosphere, the interesting part, the motivation factors, and how to create the suspension for the continuous writing for the second, the third, and fourth, and the last paragraph. The policewoman?
The policewoman show empathy with all the public.
I think this sentence come closely today, you know, right? The American got one crazy guy, 18 years old,
Yeah.
killing about 16 people. Definitely the policewoman will feel empathy. So with all the public, where this crazy guy went the rampage shooting in the campus, you should complete this sentence like that, my dear. 明白吗? You see, 如果你没有这样写, to me to you is like you write wrongly, you make mistake, you fail this sentence. But to me it's not, no, 中和. To me, you are one step closer to a positive writing skill. You're one step closer to a higher ability level of writing. To me, you are going from an average to an excellent writing. So for goodness sake, no more negative. Your parent never give you negative. They say, 中文你真是烂，没有用啊，不会做孩子. They never say this. For goodness sake, don't feel inferior complex. This is not the time to go and self-blame. 我很烂，我很没有用. Then if you want to do that, please don't come into my class, 中文. Because just now you start, don't be so scared. You really written, face the truth. 明白吗? Right? You got a long way to go. And then if you like that, next time your children, how they look at you? My daddy very coward. 你明白我意思吗? Be brave, okay? Right? Don't let people bully you. Next, compassionate. Thank you, sir.
The children were so forgiving and compassionate to their friends.
You see? Very straightforward, huh? But you can add a few more words there. Next one.
Okay. My mother is the most beautiful, loving, and compassionate person in the world.
I give you two things. I no need you to explain a lot of things. With these three lovely, no, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 beautiful adjectives. It shows your mommy is a ABC. Awesome, beautiful, and caring mother. And can I add more D and E to your mommy? You next time tell your mommy, 中文, mommy, you are ABCDE. Huh? 我这么烂咩？去到 E? Oh, mommy, you are so awesome in my heart. You are the most beautiful woman, better than my wife. You are the most caring mother. And you dedicate your life for this family. And last but not least, you are the most excellent mother I ever have in my life. And I give you an F forever. Mommy, I love you. Wow, your mommy was so good. Oh, so nice of you, son. So, mommy, can I have $10, please? Okay, but I think if it's $10, my mommy is going to scold me. 儿子，我给你50块. Wow, every word you say, I give you $10 extra. Thank you, 中恒. Very good. Okay, now, Susan, thanks to you, I came out this one. I hope I was going to put it inside to the Google Classroom share. Look at this, Susan. Susan, are you there? Susan. Okay. Muga. There. Okay. See, thanks to you, see the aspiration, definition, aspiration. So, Susan, because of this, I create this. Winnie, you're there. So when I create this, my student asked me, the girl yesterday, Uncle, I know how to give definition. I know how to give explanation. I know how to give example also. I don't know how to give expression. I don't know how to feel it there. We need 怎么办? 只听怎么办? I cannot feel it. So next time, I asked her, I'm asking all of you here, do you ever give your hug and kisses to your mommy and daddy? Oh, mommy, daddy, I love you. Do you kiss them? Do you hug them? No. You know what my students say? No way, man. No. So, Hao Xuan, Zhonghen, Jiarong, Ziting, Muge, Susan, Yibao, Winnie, Wenfeng, Rolling. They are very typical Singaporean kids or Asian kids. Think about it. My son, my friend's son, will never have a chance to kiss my friend forever. It's only when on a sick bed, you kiss the father. 我们来世在做什么儿子跟父亲，我来世在做你的儿子。Why? Why must you wait for someone die already, hug and kiss and farewell? Why must you wait for the voice, then you go, then you show, I miss that kiss and hug? Why can't you give your parents gift and card? Do you know there are about 8 million children in the world don't even have a chance to kiss and hug and eat together with their parents? So difficult, man. So I asked my student yesterday, so what happened one day? Your son 10 years old, will you hug your son and kiss him? Yes, I will. Why? Because after I hearing you from this, Uncle Raymond, I feel that I need a bonding with my children. I want to show the 4 alphabet called live on virtue everlasting, love, and not hate, have all thoughts of evil, because I want to give the love. So now, before you do that as a mother, next time to give your son, love your parents. Can you feel now? Can you have the expression? I think I can slowly feel it, Uncle Raymond. Because, ladies and gentlemen, she's the only girl. And she's very big size. So I asked her, so is it because 你很肥, so 你很自卑, 对吗? She nearly want to cry. See, don't cry. I know school, but people say 那个肥的女孩子, 那个 fat girl, right? She really feel bad. She feel very sad. So no need to prove to anybody. I know how you feel now. In order to prove yourself, be brave, stand out, and do something that is good. Do something that is for yourself. You don't live your life for others. You only live your life for your parents. Can you feel now? Can you think of it? Yes, that is your inspiration. What motivates you now? Your future career, your future family. Cannot. Thank you, Susan. Really appreciate for you. That's why I came out this. You see, if I don't put the expressions, my poor Zixuan, that was the girl, she'll be, that means the whole life, she doesn't understand what is expression, how they feel. 没有那个感觉啊。他被冷落到, he's being ostracized in one corner. And what's the result? You feel good now? I asked her, yeah, I feel good. I know how to write. And true enough, don't believe, Susan. Next week, I will scan the whole entire things. I will show it to you, okay? To prove that she wrote that. Okay? Then you see how you express. I don't like to bullshit. I don't like to bluff you because I want to be honest. So I want my student to be honest. So, ladies and gentlemen, this formula DEE, okay, let me type here. It's called DEAR, right? This formula, please, for goodness sake, the 2 students, if you are new, you don't want to join, I really don't care, to be honest. But please, 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 don't share with your friends. Because this method will be used all the way to your Sec4 or even to university. Trust me. Because this method, you're going to use it for your social study, for your history. And in school, they will teach you only this. Or this. Or even this. Okay? Nobody will give you this. In fact, oh my goodness, you come back with this thing again. What have I done? Okay, in fact, not many schools will do this. Okay, if they actually got with the L, link back to the questions. Can I do this here? Okay, with an L, link back to the questions. Okay, so look at this one here. For the IB student, okay, I will give it to you. Please, those of you who have not finished, Susan, Yibao, and Zhong'en, if you are done already, please fill out this form. Okay, my reflection, 300 words. So yesterday, my student very funny. I print out for them 300 words. Uncle Raymond, where got enough? I say, don't be a clown. Okay, this is just to tell you like that. When you fill out, then use a foolscap paper. And true enough, he wrote, it's in my bag now. I forgot to scan. Okay, so this is one. Thanks to you, Susan. Susan, you continue to extend your essay, right, that day? Right? The conclusion, right, remember? Zuting? Did I go through this with you, Zuting?
Not yet.
Let's go. Wen Feng and Ruoling, If you see the 19W, 28W, 17W is the number of words. Okay. By right, they're supposed to put PPF, Power Past Friend. So it's called past, present, future tense. Let's go today.
An elite of special forces was sent to the battlefield to assist the other soldiers in the raging war.
Remember last week, we are talking about collective nouns. So when you're doing this, you realize an elite of special force was because it's only a group, one collective nouns. And this group of forces might consist of 10, 12. Remember I told you a platoon of soldiers, an army of soldiers, a section of soldiers. All right, thank you. Next one.
A haul of fish was caught by the fisherman and sold in the wet market to earn money for him to find a doctor for his deceased wife.
Very good. So you see, that means this fish got quite a lot, not one or two fishes. So many type of fishes caught and sold in the market. It may not be a lot, but what does this sentence tell you, Wen Feng and Ruoling? If this is a comprehension passage, what is the first impression come to you? Oh, that means it should be in the village, right? It cannot be living in Ang Mo Kio or Bishan Park or Jurong, right? It's definitely living in an island, 对不对? So 这个句子就会告诉你 at least where is the location, what kind of people, what kind of occupation they are. Thank you. Carry on. Number 3. Carry on.
A crew of sailors set out to sea a month ago. They were supposed to return a week ago. However, none of them were seen ashore on the day of their return. Rumors spread like wildfire, saying that they had died. Their family members were devastated. No one knew how they mysteriously disappeared, and no one ever saw them again.
If I were to continue for this story, say out of the blue suddenly one of the surviving sailors came back and was landed on the shore, unconscious. When he woke up, he told the story to the village leaders. Then you bring up. So actually your word rumors is an American spelling here. Okay, without you miss a U here. Okay. So from there you see a crew of sailors. How many of them? I told you, I may be wrong. Usually when you say a crew means 5 or more. So if you say a few sailors, it can be 5 or less. When you say a crew of sailors, definitely it's more than 5. Okay, that is my estimate. Number 4, please.
A company of actors was hired for the new movie that was going to be released soon. The pride of
a company of actors. So when you write this, Ziding, how many actors do you think they are going to hire? Wait, when you say the number, let me guess what kind of movie they're going to act, okay? So tell me whether it's right or wrong. Carry on.
The pride of lion.
No. How you say a company of actor 吗? So 这个导演要请几个来做这个拍这部新的电影
More than 5.
Wow, your movie budget only 4 or 5 only
More than 5.
A company of actors can be more than 4 and 5, 明白吗? So for example, you know the Adventurers? You know the movie Adventurers now? You watch, right? Can it be 4 and 5 actors? No, definitely more than that, right? Recently, I watched the Batman also, the new one. I haven't seen, I saw the trailer. It's only the main character is the Batman, and then of course got a lot of bad guys. So a company of actors can be the main actors, the supporting actors, the actors, all these things, okay? So it's quite a big number of people we are talking about here. So if you're saying 4 or 5, that means this movie is a very short movie, a budget movie, not very interesting. You get an idea now? So when you're writing this, the next few sentences, you must see what kind of movie. So you give people an impression already. In this comprehension passage, if you're talking a company of actors, the reader will expect this is a very big situations, right? Carry on.
The pride of lion wolfed down the herd of buffaloes they saw during their hunt immediately, as they had not eaten for days and were famished.
I love this sentence. To be honest, it reminds me of Sahara Desert. No, sorry. The Africans wild, not wild, what do you call that? The plains, you know, 大土地, it's kind of not desert, what you call that?
Savannah.
Savannah, yes, Savannah. Yeah, very big place. Thank you. You know why I suddenly lost it? I find this word Savannah so interesting. My P2 boy wrote this word Savannah. So I pretend, I say boy. Why? His handwriting is not very nice, Eva. Savannah. Oh, I tell you what, Uncle Raymond, because I read a lot of books, not like my brother there. So these two brothers are together, primary 2 and primary 3. Okay, right. So you see, I asked him, so why do you like to read? Because the words itself sometimes is so fascinating. Listen now, Ipa. He give me a wild imagination. The way he talk, imagination. Well, very French, huh? He talk like French. Okay, so just to share with you. Thank you, Ipa. Number 7.
The children were scared by a plague of locusts when they were playing in the garden.
So when a plague, it can be a few hundred or 1,000. It cannot be 1, 2, or 10. So when a plague of locusts, that means out of the blue, from nowhere, this one might be a good movie. Suddenly it came. Maybe there's a change of seasons. Do you know, during the earthquake of Sichuan 大地震, there were a lot of frog was jumping from one end to the other end, crossing the road. And then there's a flock of birds fanatically flying away from that particular position. So you see, the 畜生, so the animals, they have this instinct that something is not right, that they know their sense. So maybe this plague of locusts came in that is to show a sign, a signal that there's going to be a very big things happening, bad things happening. So you understand? So you say, Uncle Raymond, how do you know? I no need to know, because you read, you watch movie, and this is where you come in your creative juice. Number 8, please.
A nest of mice were found and exterminated by the rat catcher.
Was found, not were. A nest of mice, one singular, was. Okay? Was, carry on.
Mr. Tan's class of students failed the test and had to stay back in 7th grade.
Oh, that's 7. That's 7, because it was cut off. Okay, 7th grade. Okay, why? Mr. Tan's class of students failed. That means from this sentence, how are you going to identify whether is it Mr. Tan, the way he teach no good, or the whole student is not teachable? That's why they are not paying attention. That's why they fail. You see, from that say class of student means a lot. That means the whole class of 30 students all fail. Unless say Mr. Tan class of students fail, except John and Peter, out of the 28 students, then it will be a very significant figure to think about it. Why? Because you're going to use it in social study. Ask why 30,000 jobs were given foreigners. No, 30,000 jobs were created. 2% was given to foreigners, but Singaporeans are not happy with this 2%. So you see, there's this figure. Why 2% only? There are 98% given to Singaporean. Why are you not happy? Why are you xenophobia? See, get it? So this also impact in your social study or history. Language is linked to everything, even to science, to math. Next, last sentence, right? Number 10. Is it last sentence? Yes, last sentence. Thank you.
A gang of robbers was spotted loitering around the jewel shop the day before all the jewels in the jewel shop was stolen.
So the CID, as you know, Uncle Raymond also in the police force. Okay, the police force will go in and ask for the camera to check, to monitor the people around. So the day before, right? So they will check the suspicious people loitering around at the particular jewelry shop. So from the suspect, they capture the figure, the things, computer matching to know that this is the person. Then they will go in to look for the person where he stayed. Okay, so this is high technology. So thank you to you. Say today, from what you written, I can visualize and create imagination to something else. Right? So don't just write or read for fun. Bring your imagination. 为什么你要这样写？为什么这个作者这样写呢？ What is the purpose? What is the reason? All right, thank you. I always look forward to these very creative sentences today. Okay, let's go on to, I think I went through I'm so grateful that all of you, as most of you have handed in your homework. And some of you, I'm waiting for you. I know your exam just over, but I hope you can hand in your homework. All right, so let's go for this one here. Is it lesson number Today is lesson number 19. Yes, lesson 19. So Luo Ling and Wen Feng, 对吗? So sorry, if you see fish spot here, this is what it meant. Okay, it's only this fish spot only can be found in Uncle Raymond tuition. You will not see this. This is what I've created since 20, I can't remember how. Since my elder son, he's now 27 years old. Okay, since before he was primary school until now. Fish spot. Famous idioms, similes, spaces, occupations, and proverbs. All right. So if you have this, you know what I mean. Okay, now. So what is leadership attitude? And always, I forgot to share with this. At the end of every lesson, whether my lessons or your school lesson or any lesson or any tuition, always use the word what I saw as. So what did I learn from today's lesson? Whether your maths or science or history or Chinese. So what did I learn from today's lesson? A, apply the skill immediately that the teachers has taught you. So if the teacher taught you about algebra, taught you about photosynthesis, example, taught you about Sir Stamford Raffles things, or even Chinese, taught you about some 成语, write down 2 things that interest you during a lesson. Is it Uncle Raymond's using real example? Or is it Uncle Raymond use these collective nouns? Or is it Uncle Raymond use Susan, the compassionate empathy and sympathy to make it into real life? Because from this, you will impact you for your future learning. So these are the essay. So far, nobody handing this long essay. Only, I think, Susan done it. Okay, now Proverbs. Actually, I want to give you a test, but I don't want to scare away the 2 ladies here. So the test will be skipped for next week. Now, what is proverb? Move on. Can you read to the class? I need to rest.
The use of a proverb is very useful for day-to-day routine, conversation at work, in school, at home, or even in a meeting, speech, or discussion. A proverb is a short saying which contains words of advice, warning, healing, sarcasm, wisdom. It is good.
Thank you. Thank you. Rolling, your turn.
It is good to be used in essays and situational writing.
Sorry, your voice is a bit lagging. I think it's your mouth is away from the mic. Can you be one more time, please? Because I can't really hear you. So sorry. Let's go.
It is good to be used in essays and situational writing. Sometimes proverbs may appear in comprehension or listening.
Done? I really can't really hear you, but never mind. Because it's a bit here and there. So now Proverbs. Have you ever heard of Proverbs before today? 嘉荣有听过吗？有没有听过？木哥、Winnie、Susan、文峰有没有听过？文峰right, correct 啊 ？Yeah, pronounce your name correct. 文峰right, 翻还是峰？峰right, correct 啊？ Have you heard of Proverbs before?
Yes.
Have you heard of Proverbs before?
Yes.
若琳呢？有哦 I think Primary 6有 Primary 6一定会用到的。Okay, let's start 啊，一宝，我想跟你借一点钱，可以吗？Unmute 啦 ，Unmute。
Okay.
你应该thanks man. You are really a friend who is in need, is a friend indeed. Thank you. So, Rolling, can you read the meanings to the class, please? So, don't mind class. If you all got no violence objections, we'll get these 2 new students to read for the entire lesson, okay? For the 500 proverbs, okay? Any violence objection? No, How Shen? Susan? Then the 2 girls, you bully me. No lah. Okay. Rolling.
A friend who will lend a helping hand when others are in trouble is indeed a true friend.
Wow, Jiarong, that day I saw this cryptocurrency can make a lot of money, and then the NFT to put my ugly face I can earn $1 million leh. Jiarong, can you say this? Can you read this?
All is not gold that glitters.
Uncle, 不要做白日梦啦 Not everything touch will be gold. 你可能给那个骗的 scammer. Morning.
Do not look into outward appearance and be deceived by things which look good and nice.
Get it now? Okay, make sense, huh? You have been studying very hard, huh? I think your daddy, your daddy and mommy say, I think shall we go and enjoy ourselves and have a staycation? Because your turn to say. Because your turn to say, Wen Feng. Okay, no, the mommy say, not you, sorry. The mommy will say, okay, you just said it. All works.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Your name is Jack. Your name is not Jack, right? So this Jack change to who? Your mommy will say, all works and no place makes Wen Feng a dull girl. So girl, you study very hard already, okay? 不要整天读书，我们出去玩，我们 stay. You know what is staycation, right? Stay in a hotel. Because your mommy daddy still scared going to fly other country because it's still not safe, the new virus. So all work and no place make Mu Ge a dull girl. All work and no play make Ru Oling a dull girl. All work and no play make Yi Bao a dull girl. Okay? Yeah, Zhi suddenly wake up. Yi Bao become a girl. Yeah. So sometimes a person needs to take a break after a hard day's work. Next, how should I go? Winnie, I tell you, if you keep, I tell you that my daughter just shared with me a 10-month-old dog was being hit and run and killed by a driver. Okay, so poor thing. So I'm just want to share like, okay, if you were to keep not doing the same thing and you want to keep changing your career or changing your things, you don't stay there and then do halfway, go and play game, and then do halfway, go and watch TV, and then do halfway, you go and call your friend, and do halfway, you go and WhatsApp your friends. Please, a rolling stones gather no moss. You must stay put in one thing and focus. We need read the answer, the explanation, please, the meaning.
A person who keeps changing his career or refuses to settle in one place will not be successful in life. So
that means the word is called focus, attentions. Must be concentrating to one thing. Not really true, we need. Sometimes in life, you can do multitask. Okay, I have a student that can WhatsApp with 2 handphones together simultaneously. I don't know how she do it. Okay, so thank you. Next one. I'm doing my best to make sure all e-proverbs can use it in real life. A stage, Hao Xuan, can you read to the class, please?
A stitch in time saves 9.
The meaning?
A small piece of work or job to be completed in time now will help to save time and effort in later part of the work.
I told you right. Lucky last week, right, Hao Xuan? Ask you to complete the job first and do everything before you go for your holiday with your family. Lucky you do that. Without, our boss will scold us. So thank God you helped me. Get it now? Get it now? Okay. Carry on, Hao Xuan.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. It's better to have something that one already has in possessions than something that one may or may not be able to get later.
Yeah. Remember how that day we saw Zhong Hen, right? So greedy. He already got something with him already. He still want to ask for another bag of goodies. End up when the security guard saw it, asked him to return everything. Haha, nothing left for him. So greedy. Who asked him to be so greedy? Have you heard of this story? A dog and the bone saw his own reflections at the river there. Then when the dog saw the reflections that the other dog got the bones, he threw away the bone that he stole, and then he jumped into the river and want to grab the bone from the other dog, which is his reflections, and end up the dog drowned. Okay, so this is something. So a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the. 就是说做人不要贪心，自知之明。You know you must be contented, right? Sorry 中文 just 开玩笑Winnie, your turn, please. Next will be Muka. Muka, you are doing the next one. Winnie?
Which one?
Then the one highlighted. Go.
Actions speak louder than words. Indeed, action will be the key to give a more vivid details and proof of certain things.
So what does it mean here? It means that, okay, don't just talk. I want to study hard. I want to get A1s. I want to pass all the subject with flying colors. I want to be top in the class, top in the school. Excuse me, do you have an action plan? Do you have a proper timetable? Have you bought enough assessments? Do you complete all your homeworks? Do you go to school punctually? Do you stay in class? Then don't please, action speak louder than words. Muka, your turn. Muka, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Can you read to the class, please? Muka, are you there? Can you read to the class, please?
And also, a drowning man will clutch at a straw. A severed person will do anything just to save his life.
Yes. So what happened is that these persons who are in deep shit, in deep difficulties, will want to ask for help or ask for something, but at the end, he lost everything. Example, for example, if this person are being chased by loan shark, you know it's loan shark, right? 大龙, right? Loan shark. So if this, I say, hey, Wu Fang, Roaring, please help me. I'm now a drowning man, will clutch a straw. Please help me, I'm a desperate. Then you ask, right, Roaring, you ask what happened? 我欠大龙很多钱的，请你借我一点钱。So this very sad. It's going in the dire strait. Dire strait means 走投无路。Right, thank you. Next, I will ask 中涵 read ready 中涵没有？子婷对，子婷 read ready， 木哥一波 read ready， 嘉荣有的。I'm going to use your brother as an example, okay? We're going to disturb him. Yeah. Okay, Jia Rong.
All well that ends well.
Read the meaning.
All well that ends well.
I'm sorry, the description.
A happy and fruitful ending.
You see, your brothers always never focus, always like keep changing girlfriend, okay, and then change job. Doesn't mean he's very handsome guy. He always break the girl's heart. Then end up you see he got no girlfriend. Now he's so old already, but finally he found a very pretty girl for him. Then what must you say? Yeah, finally my brothers is all wells that end well. 就是一个美满的那个什么，不是结局啊，美满的how you say in Chinese 美满的过程吗？ A very good ending 的，怎么讲？美满的什么？完局变结果啊，美满的结果。Okay, her brother is very handsome. Yeah, I know Jia Rong will be, are you sure that the brother handsome? There's always the sister will say the brother ugly. The brother will say the sister ugly one.
Oh, I think he's handsome, yeah.
He's handsome, right? Yes.
I like his nose.
You got dimples also. Yes. Okay, thank you. So you and your brother, please go to the Plaza Singapura and Scott Square to get your voucher, your gift. Thank you. One more time, Jia Rong, the next one.
A miss is as good as a mile. A narrow escape from threat is equally
threat 不是 threat， 那就是危机，不是 threat 就是危害、危险、危机，对，不是飞机啊，是危机啊。Okay.
A narrow escape from threat is equally having the same effect as an escape by death.
我很喜欢用这个 ，maybe I'm wrong children. If you are good in Chinese, 所谓大难不死，必有什么 ？Anyone can help me, please?
后福。
什么？谁讲？
大难不死必有后福。
对了，谢谢你，浩贤书生大哥。大难不死，必有后福。You know what I mean? This is exactly the same, similar to that. That means, when I was about to cross the road, I was using my handphone. Without knowing it, it was already a red man. I should not cross. I was walking halfway. Somebody pulled me away from it, and the car also swayed before it hit me. Wow, a miss is as good as a mouth. Thank God. 我真的没有不死，所谓大难不死，必有后福。哇，真的嘿了 lucky。Thank you 啊。这个呢？来，嘉荣。Let's be fair 啊。中恒 just now read his essay。文峰也是 read， 子婷也是，浩轩也是，若琳也是 ，Susan already read a lot, so Susan rest. Winnie, Muka, fair enough. Muka, next will be you. Carry on.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Stay healthy and exercise in order to keep fit.
Yeah, lor. I always tell Jialing not to smoke, not to drink, not to go nightclub, go party at night, dancing with all the pretty girl. 你看搞到整身就是病痛。哎呀，叫他去 exercise 去 gym 啦 ，an apple a day keep the doctor away. Anyway, 嘉玲 is not like that. 我看girl, your brother next door will be sneezing. 谁在骂我？ Thank you, 嘉荣 for that. So now I understand. Apple a day keep the doctor away. So you no need to say, hey, 嘉荣you must stay healthy lah, must keep exercise. Very boring, right? So imagine you write this in your essay. Very boring. What happened if this is a comprehension? You say that an apple a day keep the doctor away. What did the author mean by this phrase? Use your own words. Then use your own words. Okay, now I know already. Stay here. Full marks. Then if your friend don't know an apple a day, Jiarong, I prefer durian. Cannot. And I prefer mango. Then Wenfeng, I prefer strawberry. Nicer. Then Rolling, I prefer kiwi. Wait, my small apple. So boring fruit. Okay, so now you know. You realize that apple a day keep the doctor away, and apple of eye. You know, right? These are all apple because got vitamin C, and apples are good fruits. Okay, so take note of that. Thank you. Muka, your turn. Muka. Muka. Hello, anybody home? Yes, please, Muka, your turn, please. Can you read to the class?
Me?
Yes. You are Muka, of course you are.
Okay. Absent makes the heart grow fonder. When a person starts to miss someone or something, he begins to have an urge to have the person or the things immediately.
And have an urge. 你听过那个邓丽君吗？左3年，右3年。That means like okay, 嘉荣 we use 嘉玲 again. So imagine 嘉玲 sorry not you, 嘉玲 not you. 我的宝贝嘉玲跟他的老婆结婚了。Okay, then suddenly his wife say his wife is a Japanese or maybe a Korean. Okay, they say, sorry dear, I have to go and visit my parents. So 嘉玲就在家里朝思暮想的老婆。Get it? You get idea now, 嘉荣? So he's thinking of his wife, he miss him. So just marry for a while, then the wife have to go back to see her parents. But 嘉玲 cannot go with her because 嘉玲 got some business things to do in Singapore. Get it? Or maybe the other way around. 嘉玲 now want to fly to New York for a meeting. All right, and then his wife just give birth to your nephew, to his son, your nephew, 嘉荣. So 你跟你的哥哥讲your son very cute. I say, don't tell me, 妹妹, absent makes my heart grow fonder. I already miss my son and my wife already. Get it now? Right? Okay, thank you. Muka?
A heavy purse makes a light heart. Of course, when you have money, you tend to enjoy yourself more. So
for example, Muka, now you pass all your subject in your O-level exam, then your mommy daddy say, I can give you anything you want. I give you $1,000. For every subject you pass, I give you $1,000. So you got 7 subjects, $7,000. 你会高兴吗, Muka? what will you buy first thing you have $7,000? Excuse me, can you answer me? Muka, will you be happy?
Yes.
你会怎么样形容？
形容
你现在有7000块哦，不是人民币啊，是新币啊。如果你不喜欢新币，我就给你美钞7,000 US dollars. Come on, man, what's up, man? Yo, you got 7,000.
buy new phone.
Excuse me, iPhone $7,000, man.
Buy 10.
Wow, smart girl. You buy 10, then you sell at a higher price and you earn more money. 不愧是厉害的 businesswoman. Well done. Well said. I give you extra mark for your creativity. Well said. 怡宝 actually 他不是买这么多给卖，他有很多 boyfriend 他送给你。Okay, 开玩笑。Muka, can you read the next one, please? Last one, please.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Burnt child drives fire. Fire. Oh, don't play with fire. It is dangerous. It may refer to a risky situation.
浩璇，一只被蛇咬什么啊？怎么接下去？
一朝被蛇咬，10年怕井绳。
对了。Teacher, do you love my brother? I don't love her. I adore her. 他是我的偶像，比 K-pop 的偶像更好。嘉荣 ，sorry. He's a very nice boy. He's very good, but I feel that he's very shy and he dare not to speak up, not like you now. Okay, you used to be very quiet for you 啊。我觉得现在他好像可能，比较可能 stress 还是压力啦 exam 啊。you should be empathizing, not sympathizing. Okay, you should be empathizing because 到时你也会这样会 stress 的，一样的。而且你们女孩子更比较惨一点，你懂为什么吗？ Because of your menses, 你的月经 then you stress, you pain. I tell you, my daughter went through, I see my goddaughter went through, very poor thing. So I really empathize you. 虽然我没有月经 but I understand the pain. So you understand, because your brother now is very stressed and things like that. You need to meet the expectations. And he's the only boy, right? Understand? So I definitely love all of you and I love him in the same. Thank you. 再来一次，什么意思？什么鸟？什么鸟？什么蛇啊？浩璇，刚才你讲什么蛇？
一朝被蛇咬，10年怕井绳。
你讲得很快，慢一点。
一朝被蛇咬，10年怕井绳。
Yeah, so they call it right down. In idioms, it's called once bitten, twice shy. So like this word itself, you see, a burnt child dread fire. So if you were to don't listen, 所谓不听老人言，吃亏在眼前 right? 浩轩 you should know, So if this guy say don't do this, not necessarily by play fire. This child can be taking drugs or playing truants or doing bad things or doing something like bullying people. So one fine day, he will get into his punishments. Okay? Ipo, I think I quite agree with you. What you say. Now I just realized that. Okay. All right, thank you. Next, okay, Hao Shen, one more.
A fool and his money are soon parted. A person who is fool to believe others casually will end up losing everything.
So every time as a police officer myself, when I do my e-kiosk, I told you before, right? When I was doing my duty, got this auntie came and showed me and told me that he lost $480,000 Sing dollars. I don't know how she believed that scammer can just part the money and the bank account was being hacked. $480,000 every day. It's not $480, it's $480,000. It's nearly $500,000, right, Rory? Right, $500,000. And I don't believe until she showed me her bank account, I was like, oh my goodness, Jesus Christ. Then she told me that because 这里是公安局打来的，因为你的护照，因为你在中国上海。And I asked her using the inference, comparison, reliability, usefulness, and all the skills and the DEERL, the describe, explain, example, expression. Ma'am, How come you believe it? 哦，因为我真的有去过北京，因为我有做过这个 business， 因为我有接触这个 bank， 因为我做这 so therefore that's it. But that doesn't mean, children, if you happen to see all these things, the call coming +65 or all these things, please do not listen. No government's people will call you by phones or WhatsApp you or ask you for password. All government will send a letter to you. And even if the government officer come and knock on your door and show you the pass, that one also can be fake, because she told me that people came to the doorstep and show pass. Okay? We as a police officer, we can come and knock on your door. If you do not have a letter or anything, we cannot just go into your house and arrest you. Okay? We will have a proper, we'll give you a letter. Within 7 days, if you don't turn up for court order or blah, 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 we will get the police officer to bring you to the court. Okay, we will not stand outside the door and say, okay, Yibao, because you anyhow throw a chewing gum on the floor, now you have to pay me $1,000. If not, I'll tell your parents. No such thing. No such thing. Don't believe that. Okay, if you think that you smell a rat not clear, please approach to the nearest police stations or police posts and bring your IC. So I got approached by your colleague. Write down their IC or their name. So sergeants or corporal or whatever. So this officer, or better still, use your handphone to take a picture of that person. Okay?
Did she get her money back?
Sorry?
Did she get her money back?
No. No. Seriously, then when she sit down and wrote the report my colleague was doing, no, very sad. After that, I don't know what happened. I think she's really, 她跟我讲什么呢？浩轩，这是我的棺材本。I really pity her, no, seriously. It's about 60 plus or so, no? Hopefully, I'm not sure. Hopefully, after that, I did not follow out the case, hopefully. Okay? So seriously. So I told you, right, last week, 2 weeks I was doing duty. The son was go crazy, shouted at the father. End up the son is in the mental hospital. The father was 80 years old. The first thing he asked my colleague, how is my son in the mental hospital? You see, no matter how bad the son is treated the father still, 我的儿子怎么样在那个医院有没有好好吃，有没有好好睡？ I tell you, my heart melted. 不是天下的妈妈都是一样的哦，全部的天下的父亲都是一样的。Alright, so you see, a burnt child dread fires for certain people. So don't count the chicken before. Okay, Winnie, last two for you. We end the lesson. Thank you, ma'am.
Don't count the chickens before they are hatched. Not count your result or be too hopeful of your success when the works are not finalized yet.
Yes, please, children. Whatever your result, your WA1 or WA2, you have it in your in your mid-year. Don't think that, oh, I'm well done. Okay, honestly, I don't really like the MOE system where they don't have mid-year exam. And better still, next year, you all got no exam and all based on group works or project works. This is, to me, quite nonsense. I still think that exams still have. So, to be honest, starting from next month onward, the second week, I will not call it a test, children. I will call it an exam. So, I can test you anything under the sun. I can show you a comprehension passage. Okay, write down. So if you don't hand in your homework, like your situation writing, I cannot sit here for 1 hour and ask you to write and look at your face, you look at me. So when I say hand in your situation writing, you have to hand in. Marks will be given. Okay, whoever do well, I promise you guys at the end in October, there will be a feast. There will be rewards and awards. And you guys already enjoying it for the past 4 months with me. I say what I say. I give action speak louder than words. Okay, so I'm going to bring you to the next higher level. Is whether you want to run with me your marathon, not my marathon. So don't count the chicken before you hatch. Wow, so I got Uncle Remus, I got my school, I got so many tuition. Confirm end of this year can pass. Don't ever do that. Because when you go to exam, you never know your butterfly in your stomach, which is called stomach ache. When you got nervous, your stomach ache change. So Uncle Remus also got this problem. 如果我太紧张，我会肚子痛，我要去厕所。So I've been doing invigilation. I've seen a lot of students. Mr. Sean, 老师，我肚子痛，我一定要去大便，我不可以了，不可以了。Then because of that, he wastes a couple of minutes. And those couple of minutes are very important. Therefore, an apple a day keep a doctor away. So you must continue to train. Please stop playing your handphone. If you want to play, start playing now. Now, today, all the way play until the last day of May, 31st. 1st of June, start to plan. Why? Because if you don't do that, last one, Winnie.
An empty bag will not stand upright. It is as good to say when you have nothing in life, it's as good as you are worthless and no backbone.
I think all of you heard this成语 before. 守株什么？守株什么？ Wait for the rabbit to hit the tree. What is that word? 守株什么？
守株待兔。
对了，守株待兔，不顾正业，好吃懒做，做一天和尚敲一天钟。你要做这样咩？你要做和尚，你要做尼姑吗？ Then I got nothing to say lah. But if you're not, you want to have your backbones and you don't like an empty bag. Hey, if you fail to plan, plan to fail. I always tell my students, and I was working in a big company. I work in Fuji Xerox. I work with Bank of Switzerland and Citibank, all this before. I tell you, if they don't plan today, you think all these banks can survive through the COVID-19? 未雨什么？未雨什么？
筹谋。
Thank you. Save for a raining day. If you want to enjoy, seriously want to let go, all works and no play makes you a dull girl or dull boy. Do it the last paper of your final year exam. Then you go and play like hell. And when I say play, seriously don't touch food. So now I'm telling my younger son, okay? I say, okay, all your subject pass, even your Chinese fail, but add up pass. So for the next few days, you want to play Minecraft, what class, bloody class, I don't care what class, COD, what D. You play until you're happy, your Nintendo, what do, you play. 1st of June, you're going to have 4 Chinese tuition. 2 maths tuition, my English tuition. So this more afternoon, he has my English tuition and piano lesson and everything, or even the martial art. Seriously, I say all works and no play, and apple days keep the doctor away. Thank you so much. I have done my best to explain every single poem in real world, in real life, and make sure that it makes sense that all these proverbs can be used in your day-to-day life, in your real exam, whatever. Wow, I'm sweating. Thank you so much. But nothing is free, Okay, this is homework, Okay, but do me a favor, can all of you, even the new student, please do not do your homework now. This is your homework, Susan. Susan, this proverb is your homework. But I don't want to see anyone, even those of you who owe me the leadership homework or even the compassionate expression or all those homework, please do not hand me your homework. It's not I'm lazy to mark. Even you hand it to me, fine. I will not mark. I want you to enjoy for a couple of days to unwind yourself, right? Then we'll start the battle and refresh ourselves, rejuvenate ourselves really. We come back full force to start with a brand new in June. Cannot. So the next few days, don't touch any book. Go to the shopping mall to claim for your gift and enjoy bonding with your family. That's more important. I think you have done a good job for your mid-year exam. So now take a small break. Then we prepare for the final attack